Hello, the message you are currently reading is a transmitter that was lost at sea, but has now officially kind of risen back up thanks to a certain disturbance that was caused by the scheduling. No thanks to Fairy Tail. Yes, that's right, now the Fairy Tail is done. Manga series, as far as release dates go, have been kind of weird. Like, some chapters used to come out on Thursdays, now they're coming out on Fridays, and then the chapters that would come out on Saturdays, well, they came out on Tuesdays. And now because of that, my whole schedule got messed up. Like, yeah, thanks, Fairy Tail. Thank you for messing up the groove that I had set up so perfectly. Hey guys, what's up? LuckyRave is here today to give you guys another Tokyo Ghoul podcast. It has been a while. I want to say almost about a month since the last time I actually did a Tokyo Ghoul podcast, and I gotta say, it feels good to be back. And like always, I can't do this alone because I've got a special friend / special guest with me today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Boy, does it feel like it's been forever. I mean, I think the last time we'd done a podcast was over 3 weeks ago. And now with the scheduling, well, has been alternated because I like to think that Fairy Tail has left one last bomb for all of us to enjoy. And that is rescheduling and losing the fact that we may have to submit and have to wait for the official release. None of that is wrong. It's always great to support, but you know, the wait, it will kill us even further. But oh well, life has to change somewhere. This is SPARDA3g. I think I missed the 3. See? Yeah, I'm SPARDA3g once again back for another podcast, and it's great to be back once again.
Oh yeah, for certain. And I mean, see, it's funny because the schedule change always happens when a series ends. I've noticed that. It happened with Naruto. I don't recall if it happened with Bleach.
No, it was not important enough for them.
Yeah, Bleach apparently was like, it's like, yeah, we'll let that slide. We don't need that.
We let
Like,
that
oh my
slide.
god, Fairy Tail ends. We gotta change everything. It's like, okay.
Just like them Young Jump. Let them wait until Tuesdays or Monday, maybe, kinda.
It's like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for messing up our groove.
On the other hand, you could see, like, since Fairy Tail was in the other publication, you can try to argue maybe it was actually taking down the enemy, the Shueisha, the publications, Young Jump, Weekly Shonen Jump. But hey, the one, the magazine they were in, that's perfectly fine. You still get Nanoso Taizai on the same schedule base. So maybe that's the case. Maybe that is the case. I don't know.
I guess that's one way you can look at it. But given our little endeavors with Tokyo Ghoul, the very last thing we actually talked about was the stuff with Hajime Hazuki letting in a transmitter and leading the Oga. I believe that's what it was, right?
Exactly. I believe that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Because I remember recalling that, oh, look at the last chapter of the last volume. Now we got to deal with the brand new volume with a lot of chaos coming in. So that's how I remember. So yeah, that was definitely that chapter.
Yeah, that.
Yes, now we are screwed.
Why didn't you have to say something?
Well, you said it with me too, so you can't look at me only.
Well, okay, yeah, that's true.
We screwed
I mean,
ourselves.
I did kind of call one thing. I did say Psycho was gonna have some kind of part.
What, the cover? She has a cover.
Didn't she have a part in the chapter too?
The last time she was in the chapter was the one that we just finished talking about.
Yeah, she was in that.
Yeah, she hasn't appeared yet. We don't even know what Q Squad doing, especially with this recent chapter. It's very hard to say right now.
Yep.
So
since we missed out on 3 chapters, we gotta cover those 3 chapters, essentially. And what better way than to have the cover page of Kichimoto Washu, aka the piece of shit known as Fourth Man. It feels good to say that again after such a long time. Oh man. But it's there, and then you see, like, the cover page essentially says Kichimoto Washu, that's who I am. Right. Then let's hunt some ghouls, and it automatically right off the bat I'm like, yikes. I'm scared to read the chapter, but let's roll with it. Let's just roll with it and just see how things are gonna go. We get at least how the chapter opens up. We get stuff on Hajime as far as like how things. Well, actually, no, not Hajime. What I'm talking about on Uri, I think, right?
That was the first. That was the beginning of the chapter. Yeah.
Yeah. So we get stuff on his perspective on everything, and kind of like how he. I'm paraphrasing here at this point, but like how he kind of looked at himself and just kind of like in comparison to his dad, and how he lost his family. Like, it sucks. It really sucks with the kind of stuff that Odie had to go through. But I mean, especially where you see how far he's come now, going from the beginning of Re all the way to where he is now. It's funny because like he even states like that I didn't believe that it was possible that the CCG would unilaterally convict civilians, referring to Takeyomi and with Yoriko, which, he even goes on saying like, and the fact that no one could stop them, thanks to the fact that I was entrusted with the organizing Matsuri's files, I had an idea. In that the CCG, the power held by the Washu blood is far too great, which means I had no choice but to try my hand outside. And thus, Takeyomi's dad comes into the fray, which, cool. Like, you get that there's a plan going on right here. Like, there's a plan with the both of them and how they're going to essentially free Yoriko and Takeyomi, which I'm like, okay, I can see how this is going. But at the same time, you kind of have Uri kind of thinking to himself, like what advantage do I stand to gain in saving, Koriwa and Yoriko? So, interesting note there. Kaneki's group main objective is to save Yoriko, and now, from the looks of things, Uri and Koriwa are in the same position too. So, at the time when this chapter came out, in a way I'm still kind of thinking it, but I kind of thought, and again, I'm still thinking that, like, maybe there will be like a team up between the two of them. I know, that's just me. Like, what do you think?
Between Uri and
Kaneki? Like, since their goals are pretty much like common interest, saving Yoriko.
Well, right now the situation is really very tight right now. Mainly because if we go 2 chapters later, we know what's the drift. Doesn't look good at all. But I guess we get to that when we get to that. I mean, if it was like a better handle than what we do get 2 chapters later, then yeah, I would have seen that possible. That would have been the one way to find their way to recuperate some thoughts between each other. But
oh yeah,
that would have been a perfect time. I mean, I kind of my prediction before the next 2 chapters were much different from what we got. Yeah. It was more I expect a lot of bad things to happen, but I didn't think it was gonna be to the point that's like you either literally just survive or literally just die. Like the thing is either survive or die. There's no win and conquer or die. There's no more that option. It's now the survive and or die. That's how bad it got. But yeah.
It was. Like, and the other thing I kind of liked about the scene, too, is, like, how Koriwa kind of, like, mentioned that when he looks at Uri, he sees a lot of his dad, which Uri doesn't have, like, any words or, like, any monologues in his head. Like, you can tell it just from his expression. Like, he feels kind of sad about it, but at the same time, I don't know if I would say he feels encouraged, but that's definitely a lot to take in.
Yeah. It's like all his life he believes one way or another. He'd always believe like this way, but in reality, it's like if he actually connects them one time, he will actually learn more truth and more of a better sweet home than just like something that's always like some bitter rivalry or whatever like that.
Right.
And it sucks that it happens just now because like especially what's happening later on. It's like you don't want any of them to get killed, and especially after coming that moment, it's like it can go further, it can develop better for them, but we'll see what happens.
Really can.
But now we gotta see what happens later on. The scary part, well, actually, I don't want to jump too much, but yeah, we get to that when we get to it.
Yeah, so jumping from there, we see Furuta, which, I mean, I've already said my piece with him saying, I've been very precautious, and just the way how he's there, he's just looking like at everyone, specifically Uri and Cody. Well, like I already had a bad feeling about this, just seeing how like the way he looked, because usually when he gives that look, it's usually meaning something bad's gonna happen. Like I've always noticed that. when it comes to Furuta. Because to kind of say this verbatim on the chapter, in inquiry, huh? But today is such an important day. And oh my god, I love what Uri had to say, because he was like, this is a very simple investigation. You may refuse, but the act that you refused will be recorded. Or in his thoughts, he's like, or just accept. And then Furuta says, so you expect to prove it here and now. I take it. My integrity of spirit, I mean. And then Uri just has a thought bubble. And this is perfect. He said, bullshit. I was like,
yeah, right. Man, the mind thing is just the best. The monologue thing is like the best thing.
He's like, I don't buy that shit for a fact. I'm like, Uri, you are reading my mind. It's like he's like trying to be the audience.
I mean, like at times the monologue is like that, but you know, it really does speak characters.
It does. And then it's funny because like then Fudita's like, oh my, let me ask you gentlemen a question. What exactly is it that you think one needs to prove something? And then we cut away, and as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, I know. Like, I was already scared there, but then the fact that we transitioned away kind of got me going, what's happening now?
Yeah, that was like, oh crap. But I thought we had to wait for like another chapter, but apparently it does come in again by the end.
Mm-hmm. Although when we cut away, I was thinking, are we going back to Aito in the underground city? That's my initial thought. I was like, maybe we could be going back there, learn some more stuff about Naga, but nope, we get Banjo and Kaneki. Not that I'm complaining. I was just like, oh, okay. And we're kind of seeing how things are going on their side of things, because he's asking, well, is Kaneki asking or is it Banjo?
Which part?
What's the situation? I'm pretty sure it's Kaneki, right?
The which one? The part where he was saying like he had a bad feeling about the hometown right now?
Mm-hmm.
That was him.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, like, he mentioned like how there's 2 intersection points. The first one will be a problem, but the second one is pretty hard to avoid. And then Banjo basically says like, well, so we passed the first one and then take back the route from there, huh? And then around when the forging squad drew near the inspection point, and that's when shit kind of went south. Because in the 24th Ward base, you see a couple of peeps just kind of like, well, in a sense, just chilling, just talking and stuff. And then Hajime Hazuki, this guy.
That guy.
Being sneaky. Pulling the oldest trick in the book, surprising them, and escaping, essentially. I mean, I was already getting bad vibes, but damn. He's on the loose.
He brought some horror film vibe in that chapter, because it was all focused on how he sneaks attack, and then when it comes to the last part, that's when he just utterly just beat the guy.
Yeah, like he even says like, yeah, when I was in kindergarten, I had my teeth fixed in a line. My parents are both doctors, you see. They worried about this kind of stuff, and I was like, oh shit. That's gonna suck.
Yeah, that was like possibly the worst way to die.
Mm-hmm.
Just get literally shoved down with your broken teeth, no less. It's like,
I was like, oh wow. And just like that, like he takes care of them like the same way he described it. And then radio in his fellow Oga member that I'm assuming Mutsuki also. He was like, yeah, we arrived out. I mean, he's like, okay, on my way. To which we get Toka, and I was like, oh fuck no.
I said the same thing when I read that panel. I was like, oh no. Oh man. I was like, I shouldn't even speak anymore.
And Toga's there with the kid. She's like, who's there? And see, this is the thing. I know it said hide, but when I was doing my live reaction, I said Hide. I was like, wait, what? I was like, where? I was like, wait.
You weren't the only one. I mean, I didn't think of that, but you weren't the only one. To the point that the translation has to change for the sake of making it sense in order to differentiate from Hide rather than hide.
Yeah, I was like, hold on.
Huh?
No. Like, that's the thing. Like, I was sitting there like, what? Hold on. Like, I don't see Hide. Oh, it's hide. Thanks.
I mean, I already know it was Hyde. I was like, well, it says kids. Well, it ain't say kids. Well, it says kids beforehand, but it says Hyde. I'm not sure where the heated comes. I mean, maybe if it was heated, I would have to see him in the same panel, but it wasn't there, so I was like, oh, it's Hyde.
I guess it's just the way it's spelled, because Hide's spelled the same way.
It does. It does. Again, you weren't the only one. I seen so many people who got confused. They thought Hide was in the group.
Yeah, I was like, wait, no way.
That would have been like some amazing traumatizing experience.
It would
Kind
have.
of to come back. Oh man.
Yeah, that would have been like, oh, what just happened? Yeah, Toga says hi, kids, and then it's like, yeah, what exactly is the point? What exactly is it that you think one needs to provide or to prove something? And then we see like a bunch of Ogai members there, which I'm like, yikes! And it didn't help that we cut back to Furuta because he's like, oh yeah, well, let me tell you, witnesses, special class Koriwa, special class Uri, please die now. That's where the chapter ended. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I can't believe people didn't remember that this guy has a prosthetic arm. So everybody thought he legit blocked the attack. I'm like, that's just too fake. But he had prosthetic arm. I was like, oh yes, right, never mind. Because I thought he was just blocking with bare arm, like, you would have been like, screaming, because those things are supposed to hurt you really bad. So.
They're supposed to.
Yeah, but he blocked it because it's a prosthetic arm, so that was pretty badass in a way.
It was. Yeah, I mean, I was already getting bad feelings earlier in the chapter, but then once you get to the end, it's like, it's like, really? Koriwa and, well, Takeyomi and Yoriko are in a situation already. Kaneki and...
he's just doing some picnic hunting. That's all he's doing.
You got Kaneki and Toga, too, and I'm like, shit, there's already 4 people. I don't need to worry about 5. But Nobishida's like, you know what, fine. I'll make you guys worry about 5 people at the same time. It's like,
that would help.
It's like, thanks, Ishida, for making us worry, I guess.
Oh boy.
That's what you want us to say. God help if there's a 6th person that we have to... Well, wait, yeah, there is 6. Because there's Takeyomi's dad. Never mind what I was just saying.
Oh. That's true.
Make it 7. If there's 7 people, then yeah. Oh, but needless to say, that's where the chapter ends.
So that means we off to the next one.
To 134, which cover page of Toka. Already, I was getting bad, but I was right off the bat.
At least it didn't drop any hints. I think did it drop any hints in that color page?
Well, let's see. Okay, so it has a quote. It says, "Feathers in a life that remain in obscurity." That's it. And I've been trying to figure out exactly what that cover page means. Like, what's the meaning behind that?
If we're talking about the next chapter, that's more definitely worth checking out. Like, what exactly does that mean? I don't even think I got a response from anyone yet. So.
No, yeah.
But that's
I was stuck on that for a while, just thinking about it. I'm like, I don't get it.
There's some code. There is some code that we're supposed to be noticing right now. We're supposed to get ready for it, but we're not too careful about what the situation is going to end up.
I mean, I want to say at least compared to this, there wasn't any blood compared to the last time Toka had a cover page.
That's true. That is the only upside for now. Now, I mean, again, you could have a cover page, and that'll be the end of it. That'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But
the fact that he threw in that line made me go like.
Here's the troubling thing is, the guy is self-aware of his own work, and because of that, it makes it very tough to understand what he's gonna do with his work.
Yeah,
because if he knows everything about the trope, if he knows about the cliche, if he knows everything that's supposed to be something that's considered a negative or considered a nitpick, he will actually address it, and he's actually make fun of it as well, because he's like, oh yeah, I know I've done this before. I know I have done that part too. It was either attention on my end, or it's like, well, I can't help it. But you know what? I like to poke fun of it myself as well. So because of that, they will have more of a inner mindset to what to exploit on the characters or exploit on the misery of what we're trying to avoid from. It's like, I'm going to purposely, like, let's just say he purposely develops this feeling of a death flag with from Toko or from Kaneki or from both even. And maybe he knows all the tropes, like, oh, we got married. Uh-oh, that means I'm going to die. Oh, I'm pregnant. Uh-oh, that means I'm going to die. Uh-oh, we confirmed love. Uh-oh, that means one of us are going to die. It's like, that's a trope or cliche. I don't know what you want to call it, but it exists. I mean, there's another series that make fun of that. So it does exist, that trope where you see the signs and that's just like, oh no, that means it's going to die. Just give it like 10 minutes, 10 chapters. There you go, dead.
Right.
Yeah, but again, like it's because of Ishida is self-aware. That's scary because now we know he knows there's some parts that he has done is really like intentional now. Like if you ever read the latest Omaki one stuff from him.
Yeah, the latest one. I can't remember. Remind me what the latest one was. It's
okay. There's a lot of them. There's one hilarious one that is funny that he actually did a curveball, but there's like, tell me, how do we get married as ghouls? It's like you bite each other's shoulder. Oh my God. He remembers when he fought against Almond. I'll be right back, Toka. Almond, I'm so sorry. I need a divorce. That was gold.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. I remember where it coming from.
It's like he really knows what he's doing. He really knows if what's considered like something that fans would like to nitpick. I heard that in chapter 1 remake, that he actually poked fun of Hide being the one-eyed king. He actually do a reference that make fun of that thought, that theory. It's kind of like how Legend of Korra first episode. Hey, tell me how Zuko mother's being retrieved story goes. Oh, that's a great story to tell. And cut off because they know we've been dying for so damn long. Yes, I know you could get the cover, the comics. I understand we get the comics, but some people
at that time it was like we want to know.
Yeah, at that time we really wanted to know. We so badly wanted to know, and they just trolled us. Basically, what I'm saying that Ishida has this. If he could think what we think, then we're kind of screwed because he could do anything to toy with our emotions. So again, with the Omaki, it's like you could see that he knows us, especially with the naming part. He make fun of that too. He's like, I'm gonna call my thing. I'm gonna call this new weapon Dragon. Oh yeah, I'm gonna call this. I forgot what they do. It was like ridiculous naming. So basically, they make fun of like how many names that I'm gonna name in this series. So he's like, he knows. He thinks what we thinks, and that makes it great at the same time troubling because he could do anything he wants, and we would be like, wow, he got us on the palm of his hand. That's pretty much where we are.
That's
so
true. Yeah.
But I'm surprised you haven't read that.
It's brilliant when you think about it too.
It is. I thought you read it though.
I did.
Huh?
No, I did. Like I actually I did read it. I just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, they even covered with the Ayatoa, which is funny. He was like, it's like a journal of his. He's like, I'm dealing with these 3 kids. I can't even understand. And by the time I know it, my damn sister got married. It was like, what the hell is going on?
Oh man.
Yeah. So go on.
On to the chapter. Furuta's there. On top of the table while Koriwa and Uri are essentially the only ones alive because everyone else is either headless or on the ground with like blood spilled over. That's what it is essentially.
Pretty much.
And he's like, oh yeah, troubling. It's like, yeah, troubling me with trifling matters is quite a no-no, wouldn't you agree? And then he said Roma and Rio. Now, I didn't I didn't think about Roma until the latest chapter. Because we'll get to that when we get to that. But
okay.
Yeah, because he says kill them both. And we get into a huge action scene. Mm-hmm. Uri steps up.
Oh, yeah. He does not give a shit.
He steps up from everything. And I'm like, okay, Uri, good job. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'll give you props where it's due.
You get a gold star.
And I mean, I always mention this, but and it's funny because when you go back to early Reed, like you don't give a shit about Woody. You really don't. You just think he's a piece of shit.
That's true, actually.
And then when you look at him now, you're like, damn. To think that you'd be rooting for him now. It's like he and Mootsky switched sides because you were very sympathetic towards Mootsky, and then now it's like this bitch.
That's one way to put it.
Especially, yeah, we'll get the Mootsky when we can, but fight goes down, and like I said, it's a good fight. Even Takeomi's dad has some room too, which was cool. It was really really cool to see them tag teaming and stuff. But the clowns themselves, they weren't giving up. Like, it didn't matter what Udi or Cody were doing. Like, they were stepping in and like, nope, we're not having this. And it looked like things were kind of like even out up until when one of the clowns like going for an attack, and then Udi steps in. If I remember correctly, maybe I'm jumping ahead to the next chapter, but no, I remember because shit, I forgot her name already.
Which name?
Roma, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just blanked out on it for a moment. I was like, thinking, wait. Yeah, like Roma's there, and she's like nose. Like because she was talking like she was one of the kids in the underground, and I'm like thinking, and I remember at the time I was thinking, hold on a minute, did they recruit? I was like, no, that's not possible. There's no way that's possible that they would randomly recruit somebody from the underground city. Would it? Because it was the way how she was talking that threw me off about it. I was like, because it felt like it was like, kind of like broken English, kind of similar to how the kids were talking in the underground city. So I was like making the two correlation, going like, is it the same thing or is it just an act in disguise? It's kind of where I was going with when I was reading the chapter. But then, oh, did you have something you want to say?
No. Keep going. Hey, I was like think process, but it sounds like you're gonna add more to it, so that would probably help me further. Go continue.
But then it's going down, and then all of a sudden she started talking normally. It's like exactly the same way you took. Well, was it her or Udi? I'm trying to remember because the line is exactly the same way you took down Shibashi during the auction operation. Was that her talking or was that Udi talking? I'm trying to remember.
I think it was Udi. I'm gonna check.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember.
It's the same chapter we're talking about right now, or
yeah, 134. Yeah.
But do continue. I'll try and find it.
Udi goes in for the attack. He says, "Don't take me lightly," and the way how he attacks her, oh, that was gruesome shit.
Satisfying.
It was satisfying.
So damn satisfying.
Well, okay, Yoshida. I mean, you already made up the Mootsky off-screen punch. Yes, I still remember that. You already made up with that, but I think this makes it up a lot more with the way how Udi essentially takes out Roma. Like, just using his weapon to essentially, make her spill out blood. Like, that scene, it was gruesome, but yeah, like, it's like Sparta said, very satisfying, just the way how it happened. And, I mean, it looks like they have the advantage. Like, Udi and Koyo was like, yeah, like, the advantage is there.
The guy just beat Rio with a freaking prop sword.
Right?
Think about that. That guy was kicking his ass. Oh my god. With a prop sword. And a fake arm.
And then Furita's completely calm about this shit. And that's what threw me, and that kind of got me thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, he's not fazed about this whole thing.
He's not like, no, security. There was nothing like that. It was like,
like he was so calm, cool, and collected, and I'm thinking, oh, this has to be part of his plan. There's no way that.
Honestly, I thought he was gonna unleash Dragon, not literally Dragon, but the codename Dragon. I thought that would be the time too, but then something else happened, which I guess we'll get to that soon.
I guess if we're going this, it's like let the real games begin now, and then it's like then you have like whatever dragon is like appear out of nowhere, and it's like, ooh, yikes.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but didn't go that route because he's like, yeah, so you've thrown your lot in with the ghouls. Finally reached the point of no return, have we? Bureau chief, no, and then like Furita, it's like, oh, You haven't beaten me yet, boy. Look behind you. And then when I saw this, I was like, fuck no. Like,
Yeah, actually, I
I
kind
was
of said
like,
the same
not
thing.
you too.
I said the same thing. I was like, okay, why?
I mean, it was too much already. This, I don't even know how to describe it.
Oh my god.
Do you have any word point how to describe it, Sparta?
I was like, oh my god, we just start the damn volume and you're gonna do this to me.
That's true. This is the start of a volume, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like, damn. Now, let's be the terrorists if we can find a other way. Yeah, but I'm gonna be dead first, so yeah, your own.
Like, okay. It's like, Psycho, where are you when we need you? What is Psycho doing at the moment anyway? I'm curious.
I know. I feel like that's either an element of surprise or it's more like a meanwhile. I don't know. Like, it's really hard to say because, well,
yeah.
when we're done recapping, I guess we could try to predict, but
Mhm.
because that is part of the prediction, I would like to like floor out in the planning.
Yeah, we can do that.
But yeah, like, it is strange, but maybe there is more to it. I guess we just have to wait until we get to that point.
Just a matter of timing.
Mm-hmm.
But needless to say, after that scene with Uri, which, damn, we cut to the Olga, and this, Uri got me worried. This made it worse. Because they're going in, the Olga are there, they're essentially, I don't want to say kicking ass, because that's what they're doing, but I don't want to say massacre. Let's just say that, like, they're causing a massacre. And then,
I guess that's a polite way.
unless you have a better way of saying it.
I don't know. Slaughterhouse.
Oh, actually, yeah, that does sound better. But yeah, like Toga's there, and she's taking order, which cool. She says, "Hey, retreat to tunnel 20. Take care of the ones who can't fight first." And I'm like thinking, Toga, I know what you're trying to do. I want to support you, but you got a baby too.
At least we could know. At least we know she could handle for a bit.
That's
That's
true.
cool. That's cool. I like that. I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna be
I like
like,
that she's
I
still trying
hope,
to stand up though. Like she's not completely helpless.
but basically she has no rights to fight right now because
Nope.
she is handicapped and because of the pregnancy. So, and all the feeding that she has done, that's already a RC level gone low. So no, that's not a good idea to go even after with those guys, which whatever
No,
they're
it is
gonna
not. I mean, it didn't even help that some of the Oga even noticed her too. As soon as I saw that, I was like, no.
do.
I was like, her husband's out and about right now. I don't know who else is there. Actually, no, Toka took care of them. So I was like, oh, I was like, sweet. That's good. It's really, really good. I guess it just also comes to show that maybe we shouldn't worry too much about Toka. She can hold off her own, which I always like seeing that.
Yeah, that's the beauty. But
Mhm.
go on.
Like even like Toga even quote on saying like, yeah, like that be enough to kill us. Cut back to Kaneki with Bonjo saying Kaneki looked like there were more provisions out over yonder. I think that's how you say. Yeah, it's like a secluded, dense forest. Quite a splendid place to spend your last moments, if you ask me. The Tsukiyama talking. With Kaneki saying, if we keep finding resources at this rate, the people down below will be able to eat for some time. And then Tsukiyama asks, so what's the matter? And Kaneki just had to say this. He's like, I have a very bad feeling. I'm like, really, Kaneki? You have a bad feeling? Like, I've been having a bad feeling since this arc started.
When there would be a time that you don't have a bad feeling?
Seriously.
Seems like a 24/7 regime on your end.
That's true. And like the okay are there. Like they're still going in for the attack. Right when someone's about to sneak up on Toka, and then Yomo comes in, and I'm like, cool. That was really, really cool to see. And I mean, I don't know, I feel like it's been a long time since we've seen Yomo in action. I feel like that might be just me though, right? Like, has it been a long time since we've seen him in action? Because I feel like
It's been 2 arcs ago.
okay, yeah, so it has been some time.
Yeah. I mean, I think no. He was left. He was set to stay behind in the last arc.
That's true.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's
That's why you didn't see him in action. 2 arcs
Sure.
ago, he was in action. Yeah.
So it's been about an arc. But as soon as I see him, and then like the kid's like, "Oh, Mr. Yo," and then he's like, "Tatoka now," and then Naki comes in, and I'm like, "Cool." And he's like, "Never fear, Bratz, the white suits." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, if you want to try to steal the spotlight, go for it, Naki. But I don't know if this is the right time. Maybe it is. But yeah. And then we see this lineup, and this lineup looked cool. It was like Yomo. I want to say Hinami's there. I'm not exactly sure. Is she? Because you got a couple of other members with helmets on, or masks in this case. And I know Hinami has a particular mask that she wears. Is
Oh
she
yeah, that's which is funny because we kind of find out that she's there.
Mhm. Yeah. But yeah, we got
No more of the
them.
guessing game where she's at.
Yeah, a lot of masks. It's kind of hard to predict, but yeah, you get them. You get the white suit and Naki just standing in front, and I was like, "Oh, cool." And then Mutsuki.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "Yep, we're guaranteed for something explosive in this
I
chapter,
was like,
this arc, this volume."
"Man,
Yeah.
bitch, he cannot." Like even Toka was like that bloody, and she's like, "Oh yeah, quit napping," and thus referring to the O guy. And when I saw this, I was like, "The hell's going on with them?" Like they are screaming in pain, like they just went through like a mental breakdown or something. Like they were going in just fine, and then all of a sudden it's like you see them screaming in pain, and you're like, "What the fuck's going on with them?" And I want to say they're going into Kakaja mode, maybe.
Well, they are unlocking frames, 2 frames, if I recall.
Yeah.
Correctly. So that's essentially is like a unlocking. That's like essentially is like Kaguya, at least to them. I don't know, maybe because we see Uri did that and his design changed. Like,
That's true.
one. So maybe it's not Kaguya, but it's relevant. Basically like similar to it. So maybe that's the case. I can't be entirely sure until somebody say
possible.
otherwise. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the chapter basically ends with Mutsuki telling him like, "Yeah, turn him into curry," and the face she gave. Oh my god,
That is the face of the devil.
that is not a face I want to be around. I'd be like, pfft. I'm like, nope.
And actually has completely ruined my taste bud for curry. So now I'm pretty screwed with that. So it's a good destructive character. It's a good destructive chapter, if I may add.
Mm-hmm. So we didn't get to have any moments of peace. like that's the thing. Like the past chapters, there's been a moment where we've been worried, but it's also kind of been balanced out with a moment where we've kind of been feeling good. Last 2 chapters, though, man, it's a whole different ball game now.
Yes, we are now experienced death, and well, not really death yet, but we are experienced the darkest tone that the series has been doing for a while. After cheerful moments, after a lot of good vibes, nobody has mentioned. I think that's what makes it a little scary too, is that nobody has mentioned some of the things that could make the death flag so noticeable. Like,
right?
like the guy, if he guides his self-aware, then he would know what he has to do in order to make us feel that way. Like, oh crap, now I feel bad. Something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so that's like, again, it goes back to the Maki. The fact he understands what the characters are thinking of, he actually illustrate them and just kind of poke fun of it. And now here we are, this interchangeable setting.
The latest chapter. And another cover page. Ishida.
Yeah,
more text. More
this guy
text.
does.
Try to dissect out. We have Kaneki, which it's funny. Because when I saw this, it looked like it was almost like in the same position as Toka was, like back in part 1, almost, if you look at it. Because it looks like it doesn't look like he's like sleeping on like a bed or something? Or is it just a floor and that's just me looking at him from a different point of view?
I don't know. I always have a hard time with that.
Yeah. But the text essentially says, "The good omen of that back shadow is ever so far." So let's take a look back at 134 real quick. 134 said feathers and a life that remain in obscurity. And now 135, we have the good omen of that back shadow is ever so far. Huh. I've been trying to figure out what both of those mean.
I wish I knew. I wish I could understand him, but I don't. Like I understand him in a lot of things, but not when it comes to something that's like, oh look, I left a huge clue, which is funny because I just got back with the other with like another series. Is like you could give a message somehow, some way by like, oh look, every first letter indicates saying get out of here, like it's a threat. So it's like you can kind of say Ishida is using this color page to give you the idea, and hopefully, either if it's a good thing, go for that. Go think about that. But if it's a bad thing, oh God, better hopefully never get to that part.
I know, right? And I was trying to figure out, like, because some of the words, like, were kind of blacked out, too. So I was like, all right, so, like, goo, omen, add back to is Eve, so... Like, I don't know. I tried wording it like that, and even that felt... Whoa, hold on. Maybe I'm... Let me see if I can look at that one more time. The goo, omeno, add back to is Eve, sofa. That's the closest thing I can think of. Even then, that's confusing.
Right?
Damn it, Ishida.
Yeah, maybe it would. Well, see, that's the thing. I would like to believe it would get solved one way or another, but it'll probably happen when everything has already happened.
Yeah, that's what
So
I'm
you'd be like, oh, so, I mean, like we would probably be like, oh, that makes sense, rather than we're like, gosh, man, why the other guys got a better direction than these guys? Oh man,
Ishida, you and these messages.
that's the one thing I'm still trying to decipher myself, and I haven't got any clues whatsoever. I haven't find out what exactly it was addressing. I don't understand why is it like this, etc., etc., etc.
And one of you guys in the comments know, please feel free to let us know because we are stuck on that. If anyone's deciphered that by any chance. Yep.
Second chapter, the next chapter.
And then we open up the chapter with I've been messing up her name so far. It's only her too. Roma, there we go, yeah. Why am I messing up on her name today? It is weird. That's the only where I've been kind of thrown off so far.
But don't worry about it. Sometimes I have to go back myself like, oh, that name. I try to remember how you spell that name. I gotta go back for a second. I'll be right back like that. So yeah, it's not really, you're not the only one.
But yeah, the chapter opens up with a flashback of Roma, and then we basically have her saying, as far as I can remember, I never really had any parents. I was always by myself. I scavenged rotting meat to survive. When I was 7 years old, I was taken by a desire for fresh meat. I killed my first human, and after that, the first bite, I killed indiscriminately, and to protect my hunting grounds or just to pass the time, I killed my own kind as well, which, cannibalism at its finest, when you look at it that way. Eventually, I became known as a special individual, even among those who counted as slaughter beasts. Not a day went by that I did not smell the scent of blood. Death and I grew close indeed. Time ticked on, time unmarked by any special lives or death, and suddenly I realized I was bored. Like on some Ryuk shit from Death Note. I didn't make the correlation initially, but when I think about it now, I'm like, like that's the thing. Like you go to Death Note, you've wanted the whole reason why all the events are happening is because Ryuk got bored. That's it. So when you look at this, it's like, so she did all this stuff because she was bored? Pretty much. That's I guess one way you can look at it. I don't know. What about you, Sparta?
I'm still here. Sorry about that. I have this ding, a little malfunction at one part, so the cable went loose. But I did hear the majority of what you have said.
Mm-hmm.
And needless to say, yeah, this chapter 135. Yeah, 135.
Titled The Night Comes.
Yeah, with the chapter cover being a mysterious of his own, we have another mystery, or more like a reveal, whatever you want to take. It's more like you got a new answer that it's been like, huh, holy crap. But then we have something that we have to think over, and we have to start to wonder about the whole ordeal. Still, what we got is rather, huh?
It's rather shocking because we end up finding out that Roma created the clowns. And it's funny because I actually totally forgot about Roma's character. I actually did. Because so when I went to the wiki, I was like, wait a second, what? Like the same klutzy waitress from Anteku. The same. I was like, no fucking way. Like it's her.
Ah, man. When
I don't know if you did that, but I had to go back and check. I was like, whoa.
yeah, I think I remember. I think the part that like threw me off was the age. I was like, "What?"
You know, right?
That part was like threw me off. Uh,
Age 51. Yeah, she doesn't even look 51. That's the thing.
yeah, I was like, "Oh shit!" This time, I thought we read it right, but yeah, like I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like okay, we got the story,
Mhm.
the backstory, more or less. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure we get more later in the future, especially how she gets captured. But that's the thing. I had to actually go back to the older chapter, and I was like wondering what these guys were talking about. And yes, there was actually a reference that crosses with this moment. What I'm not saying it's like, oh no, I'm not saying like it predicted the future, but I'm just saying like how this reveal actually came about, and that when you go back to the older chapter, it is actually reflected on her all this time.
Right.
Because it was funny before the reveal. Like the more I think about it, it's like it is weird how like she just started to come to Ateku back then as a waitress and all that stuff. But why not happen beforehand? Why not happen a long time ago instead?
That's
She
true.
right. But it turns out that she was actually in prison for a while. But now, but remember, they did break out. They did break in the prison place for the ghouls, and she was among them. They were supposed to get her in the Ogiri's team, but she was a loner. She didn't give a crap. So that's why she went to Otaku after that arc was settled.
Right.
Right. Now the crazy part is the part I have to go back to the older chapter is the Sunayoshi one. That
Sunny.
part, yeah, or as she calls it, the demon Suni, which by the way was the exact same name that Maruda mentioned in the older chapter, because they said he called him that as well, but I think that's because that's his actual nickname, or one of the nicknames that's only solely based on how he managed to capture a triple A ghoul,
Mm-hmm.
triple A, excuse me, triple S.
Triple S.
Yeah,
Yeah,
triple
Triple
A.
A. We
Yeah.
can deal with Triple A goals, no problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm thinking of the video game right there, but I'm talking about I'm talking about, I meant to talk about the Triple S Ghoul. Basically, it all connects to that moment where they're talking about like his accomplishment. His accomplishment came from that one day where he actually captured a Triple S Ghoul. And that ends up being her all this time because we never seen that Ghoul.
No, we never did.
We never seen a Triple S. We only know two.
Like we know they exist, but we never got to see what they.
Yeah, we know Eto, which is still D or A. We don't know if she's dead or alive. Hopefully the latter. Roma is not confirmed as Triple S Ghoul, and she's the only one that fits the bill. Because I don't know if there's anyone else that has as a Triple S, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's the one. All this time, that was the part. And it's funny how they addressed the Furuta meeting with Roma the first time, because it's kind of like a I would say like it was Furuta attention to Maka, maybe met Maka, maybe it was, I don't know. It was like kind of funny because it's like, hey, you got captured by my father. Well, guess what? Meet the son.
Yeah, that's how I kind of felt too, to be honest. Like I was like thinking, kind of irony, but cool.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's why she was like, when she was like, oh no way, you serious? And then she look at the notebook, she just laugh her ass off, like, wow, really?
Like this should actually happen.
Yeah, like I just got captured by the father of your own father, the guy who just captured me, and he got the nickname and all that jazz. And now you're working under me. Wow,
Right. I mean, to think it's her that's the leader. I mean, forget the fact that she's a clown. Just the fact that she is essentially, you could say, the progenitor behind Period and just the clowns in general. Like that's crazy.
I know. There's one part I wanted to ask. Too many, but
Go on.
like okay, now we know she's a clown. The leader, the founder, whatever, same thing. All this time, I was thinking to myself, okay, if you remember that, I think it was 32.5 chapter 32.5. It was
Yeah, yeah,
basically,
I know
yeah.
what you're talking about.
Okay, you remember when they were Yomo was asking Uta about like, oh, what's the leader's planning, what he's doing? He's like, well, I don't know. I can't really tell. I can't even tell what exactly the leader's planning and stuff like that, right? But here's the thing: how can you even ask that question if Donato was prison back then?
That's a good point.
So all this
That's a
time,
really good point.
yeah. So all this time, it was really not pointing at him; it was really pointing at her because she was the only one that was actually out.
Mhm.
So it was not referring to him. Now, I guess the only thing I could see is that Donato was like a right hand man and basically fill in the blank of being the leader when that's really not true because the real leader is her, but they won't believe it because she looks like a young girl. She looked like a kid, a high schooler, whatever.
Right.
So that's the front that nobody will not guess. But
No.
yeah. But the reality, she's actually pretty old. So if they know that, if everybody knows that, then there you go. That's your real main target. But again, going back to what the older chapter, that was like saying like, oh, that was like what the leader is thinking. I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know what the leader's thinking. But like, oh, look, of course you can know because that leader is in prison. But that's not the case now, is it?
No, it
Truth
isn't.
is, no. Truth is, it was actually referring to Roma. So yeah, that's like, huh? I shouldn't even guess that, and I didn't even see that through.
Mm-hmm.
God.
No, only Ishida, man.
Yeah.
Only Ishida would pull up some kind of shit like that.
Here's a crazier part. I'm not sure you noticed. I haven't seen your reaction, but here's the crazier part.
What's up?
I'm gonna give you a trivia.
Okay.
What does this chapter and the part 1 chapter has something similar?
What is this chapter in the part 1 chapter?
The same chapter count. Chapter 135 from Re and chapter 135 from part 1.
135 from me. I gotta remember shit. Oh.
I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
You're probably gonna have to remind me.
All right. Now here's the WTF of the day.
Okay.
It's the same chapter where they introduced the triple S Ghoul for the first time. No joke.
Oh my god.
You go back, you read. I think the volume is out for that chapter. Is it? If it is, do check it out.
For the original, right? Let me check it out.
So yeah, I actually did find out that was the truth. And I was actually mind blown on my end. I was like, "Wow, I gotta mention this before I put it up on my channel." And that one of the user actually commented, and he was like, "Oh my god, you're right! Holy shit!" I was like, "Okay, okay, I'm convinced. This guy planned everything. This guy knows his timing. He has the floor plan. It's like, okay, this chapter I had to do this and that. It's not like, what's
it's with the final volume of the original series, and that doesn't come out until.
Okay, I guess you got to find it somewhere then.
Yeah.
But if you could find it somewhere, then you'd be like, oh my god. Let me see. Let me try to help you out if I could find this voice.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Let me see. Well, I'm not sure what source you use to find your stuff for manga.
I mean, I'm usually good with parallels, but this is the one that I just kind of slipped from the radar on my head.
Let's see. A quick intermission, everyone, because I'm trying to prove my point. All right, here we go. I'm gonna find it for you. 135, one page 2.
And the crazy thing is they don't know, aside from me. Well, yeah, nobody from Anteki. Well, yeah, nobody knows about Roma.
No, nobody knows. Well, they know she's a parrot, but nobody knows she's the real deal. She's the leader that you can't pretty much mess with at all. Unless you're prepared to.
Very interested in
you pretty much got to be 100% prepared. Like, bring the best, because she's a triple S Ghoul. It looks like some bean sprout. I don't know. It's wacky as hell, but it does match her characteristics. So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I send you the link.
I will check that out shortly.
Yeah, that's the trivia for you guys. That's one hell of a timing, I gotta say. I don't know how he does it, but he's showing floor planet. That's got to be the truth now.
How did this slip from my radar? Of all the parallels that I could think of, this is the one parallel where I just like said slip. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, we could talk about this moment all day long.
Yeah, we can. There's a lot of parallels, whether it's the page count or it's the chapter cover resemblance or even the battle itself. It's like, oh, it's the same fight. It's the same coordination. It's the same choreograph. Whatever. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Oh man. I mean, you still get to do content. That's the funny part. It's not like, oh, what a rehash. It's more like, oh, you get the semblance, but that's all you get.
That's all you
everything else
do.
is everything else is brand new. So enjoy.
Mhm. I mean, it's funny because it was also kind of like that with the Kaneki and Toga reunion in chapter 70, if I remember correctly, for
Oh, you
both
talking about the
seasons.
chapter cover?
Not the chapter cover, like I'm talking
Uh,
about like the chapter itself. Like you remember in chapter 72, I think it's like
you talk-
right before Kaneki's about to fight Ayato, right before he's about to fight Arima.
yes.
Like
What's it?
sure, like there's a moment, but it's like very different scenarios if you look at it.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. But that's true. But the chapter cover, I still remember that chapter cover with the single chair with her alone, and then they revisited that one, but this time Kaneki's there, as is to say he's finally returned home for her. But
You're right.
yeah, that was beautiful stuff.
It was.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to the chapter, she's Triple S Ghoul. It's been a while seeing Triple S Ghoul, but I am convinced you're considered as one if you have a monstrous design. And that's pretty cool because I like to keep it that way, if anything. Like
Oh yeah, for
kind of
sure.
has that vibe of a video game bosses like Dark Souls, Demon Souls, any RPGs games you could think of. I think that's the approach that Ishida's probably going with Triple S.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like I feel like that's kind of the approach he wants to take.
Yeah, like whenever they're like the triple S, the ghouls are gonna look monstrous. They're gonna be big behemoth size.
I
That's
mean,
like
Eto was one thing, but
yeah.
this that terrifies me.
Yeah, and I gotta say, it was like pretty heartbreaking. It's comical, but at the same time, it's really heartbreaking. Where Uri pretty much gave up, like, oh, I'm dead. Like it's kind of it's actually written in a more sad way because it's like he knows this is game over. I mean, you're finding a triple S ghoul, and then this other ghoul is still with him too, still with her too. It's
Yeah, like when this part was coming up, because it's immediately after the flashback, and we come back to Uri. That was not a good sight.
no. And Udi got even worse pummel in this chapter too. It was like he got slammed to the wall really hard.
Hmm.
So he was crushed. He was pretty much he
Can
was
we
pretty,
say that he's dead, or he's the quote we kind of talked about, like off air, but in a coma?
oh my god. I think yeah, coma was the greatest excuse they used for people who supposed to remain dead or did die in the movie, games, TV shows, whatever you could name of. It happened in King Kong. It happened in G.I. Joe because Optimus Prime death was too severe for the kids. It happened a lot of places. This is known. This is actually a known fact. At least in my childhood experience, it was like coma, coma, coma. That was the main excuse. So I guess that's why we start decapitating people in order to say no, he's not coma, he's freaking dead. Now deal with it. Oh man, I think I should bring this up, but I'm not sure since you haven't brought it up, or I probably missed it. I don't think I did. But you do know that guy who's with Roma is actually the character from Tokyo Ghoul Jail.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
Yeah, I was like, it was crazy because was it in the last chapter 134? It was confirmed that that is him. So I was like, oh shit, it is him. Good guess, everybody. So I decided to research him, and man, that's pretty messed up story. I didn't
Was
even know that was like that, to be honest.
I know.
I was like, come on, man, give some mercy in the video game too. Why don't you? It's just a video game. We want a nice ending. Nope. Oh boy.
Maybe this
So,
is what happened to Master Chief in Halo 6.
but yeah, that's interesting. Note that that's really the character from the game. pretty interesting to see how Ishida incorporated a game character to the canon universe. Well, I mean, it essentially is canon already now, but
Well, yeah,
now
'cause
this is
you're already drawing that connection.
yeah. It's interesting because like I know this guy's supposed to have like all Kagane, but he only used 3 so far, so it's only a matter of time now.
Right.
Hmm.
It's funny because like you have Roman there going like, yeah, gotta change the scenery, keep the stimulation going. That's the best way to treat him. This world's a circus, and as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, I get the feeling I know where this is going. And she thrashes Udi around, and oh, I feel bad for the dude. I feel
Yeah.
so bad for the dude.
Oh my god. So it stops where Iwao just protects Uri, and that screams very bad news.
Triple S rate the dodgy mother, which I saw this thing and I was like, what are you supposed to represent?
I don't know.
It looked very weird. I'll just say
It's a freaky freak of nature shit.
it did right. Like I was like, okay, Eto, I can kind of gauge what that's supposed to be. This, I don't know.
It's a circus.
No, like it's okay. So Udi's still conscious, so he's not exactly dead yet. But he says it was like, ah, I'm dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's comical yet saddening because he pretty much gave up from there because he knows he's screwed. He knows this is over. You still got Furuta. He's just chilling.
It's funny. Furuta has a thought about going like, ew.
Yeah, he's like, huh, yeah, ew.
I was like, wait, did Furuta actually make me laugh? Oh my god.
I mean, it's a disgusting design.
Yeah, he's not wrong about that.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I agree with that for once.
Yeah, he's like, I die today. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cody was there, and I'm kind of thinking,
R.I.P.
him and maybe that's what Ishida's trying to throw us off. He's trying to throw off all these death flags that like Kaneki, Toka, and Takeyomi and Yoriko, and instead the real death flags were these two.
I know. Now I guess I could try to predict here. Now it could go a lot of different ways because we still don't know.
I said it could.
Yeah, it still could be Q Squad coming in time and be a reinforcement, unless they are sent to do something else. Then
I'm hoping that's not the case.
Yeah, if they're sent to somewhere else, they're screwed. Or
they're definitely screwed.
Yeah. But if they do go there, then maybe, just maybe, they will actually save them. And maybe he won't have to die, the guy.
Yeah, hopefully they can both survive.
I mean, some people suggest Suzuya will show up, but I don't know if he even knows what's going on at this moment.
Who?
The only one I could see that knows what's going on at the moment is the Q Squad, because Uri made a clear cut. Now, here's the sad part. Now, if nobody comes to save these guys, and they would just get killed, or maybe Uri just survive, but still really pretty much down the slope. The fact is, Yoriko is going to be still executed. Like nothing has changed. That's the sucky part. Nothing would change. Now, now here's the thing: the Q Squad could be on the way to break Yoriko's out, which is cool, but at the same time, not cool because Uri is really done for at this point. If Iwao doesn't handle, as much as he can, it can go a lot of ways. But right now, it's really bad.
The only other thing, isn't Kaneki in like a different area?
He's completely in a different area. He's in where supposedly they held a lot of dead bodies.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say if Kaneki's in the same area, then I was gonna say maybe he could show up. But if it's different, then yeah. So the only thing I think that could work is like the QS squad, mainly Psycho jumping in.
Yeah, I know. That's the only grace right now.
Psycho, please do something.
Like I said, if she's not there saving Yoriko, then hopefully she's there to provide a backup. Hopefully. We'll see. Oh boy.
But situation gets even worse because we get back to the O guy.
Yay!
Yay, the O guy. needless to say, and R.A.P. for the white suits. Damn.
Yeah, they got slaughtered. I'm starting to think they might be getting either they lowered the count so significantly, or they all of them would be gone except for Naki and maybe his bros. Maybe.
You see, it's funny. You made the prediction on that, and that actually happens. And
Well, yeah, but it was supposed to happen differently, but it's still happening. So I guess I called it. I don't know.
right? Yeah, that's true. I think this would be the first thing that you actually called by yourself, because I was kind of unsure about that. But
yeah, I mean, like it's supposed to happen differently, but it can still happen when I'm. It can still, it still counts in some way. Yeah. But maybe a good number would still survive. I don't know, maybe, and then the rest could die off later arcs.
That's possible.
Possible, yeah. It's hard to say right now. But yeah, they were getting slaughtered.
They're getting slaughtered. Mootski's up there with Aura, and straight off military mode with Mootski. He's like, "Oh, guy, be sure to finish them all off before the king returns."
Yes,
he's like, without him, this lot are just disorderly rabble. Kill the woman with the crappy comb over. She's the one-eyed king's like the way how Ishida drew her eyes too. I was like, like she's completely psychopathic when the way how. I mean, it's not okay. It's funny because of how I'm describing it. Oh man. It continues on because the Oga are attacking and Mootski, and hear Mootski's lines. It's like, yeah, if you can even understand what I'm saying with those melted brains of yours, get fucking moving. Damn, the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, I don't even know how these old guys even go back to the normal form after this is done.
Yeah, right.
I feel like maybe they're just sent to die, which is kind of messed up. Well, actually, it is messed up because it's just kids. But yeah, shame. Now, boy, I don't know what to think of. Definitely, she's being targeted. She's like the main hit list, if you may call it that. That's pretty much what she is now, which is not cool because anything can still happen. She could still lose more than just her life, which is still scary.
It definitely is.
Yeah, that's where the tension lies in, like that, and the fact that
especially right now.
Yeah, especially right now. God.
Yeah, like Aura's there. He's like, Torin. He's like, yeah, I know. And then they go in. One of the white suits gets wiped out, and I want to say one of the ghouls gets wiped out too. So, damn.
Yeah. Funny how this is all built up for something. Good things could happen. Now everything seems to go down the shitter.
And Mootski was like, yeah, no getting away today. You will die here. And next panel was Token. I was like, don't. I was like, please. I was like, Ishida, I'm not prepared for this.
Oh man.
I had to deal with Kaneki once. Dealing with Toka would have.
Even when she plays smart, she still gets ambushed by other ones. That sucks.
It's like, I can't stay here. The ones I can't fight. And then Yomo's there, and he says, go on ahead. And this, right off the bat, when I heard that, I was like, oh, fuck, no. I was like, are you telling me that Yomo's going to be the decoy here? That he's going to be the one that gives up his life?
Oh, boy.
Because that's what it looked like it was going towards.
Oh, man. That's one thing to look at it, and this is not a good time. Yeah. And you got Mootski and Aura. So if they clean house, the guy's good as dead, which is not good. If he managed to push them away, I'll be happy. I do wonder what happens to those guys though. Like, will one of them die, or they would just lose something like a limb? I mean, it won't affect too much in the long run because they could recover that. But
yeah, no, right. Like, even Toka's kind of getting that same thing too, because she's like, Yomo, and he's like, yeah, go, Toka, you are not some onlooker, nor are you powerless. Like, you just have other things you need to protect, obviously referring to the baby. And he's like, right? Yeah. And upon that realization, and it's funny because then you think back to the original series, like when Toka was in that state where she wanted to help out on Teiku. like back in the final arc, and she couldn't really do much. And it's funny because he's the one that took her. So
Right.
now I guess there's that parallel there too, where now he's telling her to go on while he stays behind.
That's scary. But
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
that's that. Yeah, that's true. That's
That kind
exactly
of got me
how.
wondering, like, wow, I mean, parallel there, and then the symbolism behind that. I mean, shit. I don't know,
Oh
dude.
man.
I don't know.
See, this chapter has like 3 cliffhanger to really be worried about. You got the first one, obviously, we were just talking about. Then we got this Yomo one going against 2 investigators at the same time. I mean, I know he's good, but I'm not sure how good the surrounding, the situation right now is pretty dire. So we don't, it's really bad right now. And then we got the third cliffhanger. I let you go to that point right now.
Yeah. So, and then Hinami shows up saying, "Sister," and she's like, "Let's go."
Yeah, she's here.
I was like, "Oh, Hinami's here. They're gonna escape. Sweet." But I'm like, "Wait, they're leaving Yomo behind." Shit. It's like they're getting away, but and it doesn't help because Yomo's her uncle.
And yet they don't know.
That's you know how tragic that would be if they don't find out.
I
Both
know.
her and Ayato.
I know. I felt the same way back in 2 arcs ago. I was like, oh my god, please, this is not happening.
If they don't find out, then no. How else would they find out though? It's gotta be no. I'm sure it's someone they'll probably find out, but
Maybe a database of some sort.
maybe I don't know, because I feel like art is like the only other thing I can think of. I can bring that up. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Whenever he does decide to show back up, depending on how things go.
Yeah, that's the like the key point. No one knows when he's gonna get back up.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's happening. It's like, yeah, underground. We gotta go to the dead end alleys. No, we should probably avoid dead end alleys. Yomo's there, getting prepared. And Mutsuki feeling cocky, like, he looks strong, or let's send him to the other side in style. And I was like,
Let's send them to the next dimension.
I would have been Shadow Realm, but that works too.
That would have been gold if they actually said that line. I would have been like,
Let's
okay,
send
this
him to
chapter's
the
amazing.
Shadow Realm. Then I would have questioned like
Shadow Realm.
Then I would have been like, one of the translators must have been a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Why else would you say that?
I mean, you never know. The guy could be a Yu-Gi-Oh fan himself.
That's true. It's possible. Then I would have been like Ishida. What kind of? I mean, that's cool, but damn. So Toga's trying to lead everyone. So yeah, everyone this way. And then she notices blood. And then Mutsuki's there. And he's like, oh no, how sad. This is a dead end.
Yeah, so
It's like an obsessive desire to stay one step ahead.
So now they have to deal with him. We already saw that he took out a double S rank Ghoul. Single-handedly, no less.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're seeing this moment happening. If Hinami's still there, which she should be there, this could be the good time to fight for her sister, so to say. But still, hopefully.
I swear. No. I'm not going to say anything, because if I say something, I know it's probably going to happen.
I'm going to be really pissed if we say something, or you say something even, and it does happen. I'm going to be like solely pissed off at you.
No, and I'm only saying that because half the stuff we've been saying so far has come true.
I know, that's what I'm fear of right now.
I mean, the Kaneki and Toko wedding, I joked about that shit, and it actually happened.
Oh man. Now
go on.
I was just like wondering, like, will we get like full-fledged happy, well, not happy ending, but like a good ending? Not the entire overall series, to talk about just the arc itself, because we got the situation with the whole, with the Furita, and then you got this whole old guy Buski, all that jazz. Is there a light in the tunnel? It's hard to say right now. I mean, yeah, you can say
if we had to play a percentage game, what would your stance be on that?
Like, if everybody would be rescued?
Mm-hmm. Like your percentage on like things being all right for the most part with this final arc. Well, it's not the final arc, right?
No confirmation whatsoever. Nothing to say that. We only interpret it.
That's true. trying to think.
I'm trying to think of a question to ask.
No, we're on 135, and I think we're like 9 chapters away from reaching 144. I mean, I'm already convinced at this point that we're not going to end like the same number that we did back in the original series. I'm already convinced about that, but the fact that we're getting close, maybe I want to say maybe in like 9 chapters, so we could probably wrap up the arc. Maybe.
I think it will go over. It has to go over. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of resemblance. There's a lot of references, but I think it has to go over.
Yeah.
Because there's still little parts to tell before you could end it completely. Now, you could just end it in a very sad note, like, oh no, Toka's dead. No. And then you got to wait part 3.
Then I would be like a Sheeta. You pulled the shit twice.
Or, yeah, so many possibilities. I don't think we're not going to end with the same chapter count number from the part 1, but we are going to end like soon. Just is it going to be the overall? No, because we have a lot to cover for the other 2 group that has not been yet said.
Nope.
There's more of CCG, which could still come to its end by the end of this part, but anything goes. So, well, who knows?
I think maybe the same number will probably end the arc. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think we'll end the overall series by that point. Like I'm convinced about that that the arc will probably end, not exactly the story of Re. Because I do still feel like we've still got like a lot of stuff left to tell. Like especially with Period and what else was there? The V organization. Yeah, that you got.
You talk about the V organization?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you got to cover. You got that. You got Kuzan.
That's a studio period. Excuse me. Period. You got clowns. You got V organization. You still got the left remaining CCG. You got goats.
You got Almond and Akira. Which where the fuck are they? Where have they been this whole time?
Good question.
Their assistance could be useful right now. Maybe that's what will happen. I'll say it. Amon will step in. I will say that.
Say that. Oh my goodness.
For which side though? For Uri or for Toka?
Do it for her.
Yeah, I'll say Toka.
We'll lose Uri, but his sacrifice will not go in vain. Maybe, kinda.
Or Akira could go. No, maybe. Unless Ashita pulls like a fast one on us and says Akira goes in to save Uri and then Amon goes in to save Toka.
Oh man.
I mean that'd be crazy to think about if it goes up like that. You got that. What is Ito still down in the underground city?
Well, most likely he is, but we don't know if he's on the run to go back home or is he even moving anywhere progress from the last time we've seen him. Because the city itself is still a mystery. It's like, is it really was there really a ghoul in the year 201? I know it's back at camera, but I'm just because way back then. But point is,
it just kind of gets to thinking on like how things are going to unfold. But damn,
we have a week break, which is now only a week left. But
because we're technically in Golden Week, so it kind of actually helped out with us.
Yes, good timing on him to end it this way. Make us feel so much pressure, but hey, in the long run, we either be thankful or be ungrateful with his direction. Depends if he start going rampage on the kill streak, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I know, right?
What
do you think is going to happen in the next chapter?
Well, definitely going to see what's going to exactly happen next with Toka and Hajime. And then it's like 3 things. Okay, maybe the next chapter will actually show us what exactly Q Squad are doing now.
True.
Hopefully not sitting their asses somewhere. Hopefully that's not the case. I do think we're gonna see the follow up with the Toka. What's the Toka? Toka and Hajime.
Hajime, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta see a follow.
Okay, I might have messed up on that because I accidentally said Mootski instead of Hajime, so.
Oh,
I'll admit I messed up. It happens. So.
It happens. Don't worry.
Yeah, so
But yeah, it's
Hajime.
not Hajime. I think we're gonna see some like what's next with this kind of setup, and
Hmm.
then I don't think we're gonna see the fight with Yomo yet. Maybe we will, but it might be a little bit short. It's gonna be hard if you want to try to focus a lot of things in one chapter.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
especially when it comes to like Rudy's situation too.
right. Because this is life and death situation right now, life or death, whatever. But hmm,
What would you want to focus on?
I would say it's a good question.
Let's see. For me, I do want to see how this. I kind of want to see how this whole thing plays out with Toka in the next chapter. I'm not gonna say exactly what I think's gonna happen, but I do want to see how it plays out. And then I want to see maybe we'll get some stuff on Kaneki with a little bit of stuff on Yomo. That's my guess.
Well, if I want to focus the most, I guess I would say the Udi situation for now.
That's true.
Yeah, because I kind of want to see how far can this guy could go with just that weapon, if you want to even call it a weapon. I guess the triple S Ghoul, we don't know what it's capable of. We don't know what's this main. Well, we know the cognate she used, but exactly how far it can go as that form, we don't know that. Should be interesting to find out.
That is true because if we don't get back to Odie, then we gotta wait like maybe who knows how long before we get back to him if we ended up avoiding his side of the story for the next chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean I'm fine with that, either one.
We're almost there. New chapter is almost around the corner.
Right? I'm just wondering how much I can take from this Tokyo Ghoul. Like
Yeah.
it's good. Like I don't take this as a sign of me saying that it's getting bad because it's not. It's getting really good. It's just that the feels.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just the feels that the series brings out.
Maybe if she enter a boat and she escape with everyone else in the boat, then I'll be okay.
Scarecrow shows up. Oh,
Oh crap, we got him. I don't know what's his ordeal right now too.
what is Scarecrow up to? There is a lot of characters that's kind of left vague at the moment. Scarecrow knows too much information that I kind of want to know about. Well, I mean, it's true when you look at it. The dude has like almost half the info from the CCG, and no one knows how. I'm still convinced that it's E-Day. It's just a matter of how long will it be before we get there. I can ramble on all about that all as much as I want, but I mean, is there anything else that we have looked to talk about for the podcast with the chapters that we discussed? Because I feel like we covered everything.
We have actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only a matter of when we get more answers to some of the questions we have been, thinking over, especially with the whole, what's going to happen with the entire situation with Udi, because now he's out. He's out of commission to fight. He has no rights to fight right now. Now he has to hope for the best.
He is in a coma.
Okay, not that though. He's not that level of downer. Good God. The greatest excuse. It would have been amazing if he did die there, and then I don't know when it's just insert a line. He's in the coma, and then when the arc is ended with happy ending, like Yoriko is safe, Yoriko reunites Toka, Toka gave birth, and then I guess Psycho will be the one that says, "Great news, everyone! Udi is actually alive and well, and in fact, the doctors say he's better as always." Yo, that would just kill the entire. Just about everything.
It's so what? It's like,
Oh,
what are you doing?
like, what's a sabotage?
I want to create fields like clearly. I want to fight like that. But aside from that, guys, that is pretty much it. Sparta, it was really great having you on board again after such a long time for
I know.
the Google Podcast.
Oh, it's great to be back. It's great that you still do this podcast, even if it's like, delayed, late, whatever. It doesn't really matter. So long that you actually still do it and you still have fun doing it, that's what it matters the most. And it's always fun for like having discussions again with other people about the series. There could be more discussion to behold because we have different mindset, different opinions, different things to outlook of certain moments, like I said, like the 135.
Yeah, that
Did
was.
you by any chance take a look on that?
I did.
There you go. I told you, it's crazy, right?
It is.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah. The things you, like I said, I got all these volume. I only read the first volume in volume form, so I'm planning to reread everything once the last volume releases in US.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just read it all through and be like, enjoy the moments again, and probably find out like the moments, some more tidbits that could connect to this whole entire series that's going on right now, this whole revelation and everything. So it's always fun to read back. It's always fun to discuss. So I was very, very happy to be part of this podcast as always.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Thanks. Oh man, that was fun.
Was. That next chapter though.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. The moment of truth.
Just a matter of waiting. Just
Yeah.
a matter of waiting.
Oh joy.
Who knows? Oh, just hope for the best. That's all I can say.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, everyone. Fingers crossed. And with that being said, that is pretty much it. I'm Lucky G7.
SPARDA3g.
And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.